you guys. I just got done with an Iron Banner match that was mercy rolled after about 6 minutes, and I could have told you in the first 2 minutes that we were going to be mercy rolled. So I don't know what's up with the algorithm. It needs to fucking, uncork itself and fucking, try to be a little bit more proactive, save players their time, because that's the one thing that this game sucks out of you that you just can't get back. It's not like I can go back to work and earn another $20 to pay for silver or whatever. Once I spend my 15 minutes, that's my 15 minutes spent, baby. I don't get a redo. So yeah, and I'm like, I was kind of looking forward to this Iron Banner because I wanted to get some decent stat rolled items for my Titan and my Warlock. My Hunter's pretty okay. I don't think I'm going to see my Hunter getting any better rolls on his armor than he's got right now. And I mean, I'm already kind of over the top when it comes to the, I don't know how that fucking happened. My resilience is like way crazy big. We don't need that. Oh, it's because I have, okay, never mind. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it happened. We want some discipline, babies. We need grenades. Let's roll some grenades. Okay, whatever. But yeah, and it's just, I think it's really come down to the fact that I'm just really not feeling the crossplay. I don't enjoy it because almost the entire enemy team was all Xbox, and there were like 2 or 3 kids on my side that were Xbox. And just for clarification, everybody in my world around me is a kid. Even I'm a kid. Because I mean, if you're not a kid, then what are you doing playing games, right? You gotta be a kid in order to play games. And that's the thing is that I come to Destiny to be a kid, to play games, to have fun, to enjoy myself. And it's kind of difficult to do that when you're being faced with people who are treating this like an actual esport, which is never going to be. I'm sorry. Bungie can have all the delusions of grandeur that they want, but if they can't fucking meet projections and they have to fire tons of people before Christmas in the scummiest of all corporate moves, because it's a corporate maneuver. It's kind of like, sacrificing a bunch of pawns in the game of chess just so you can get your queen in closer. It's really kind of stupid. It's a bad gambit, believe it or not, and it doesn't really do anything. It's kind of like trying to repair the break in the dam with fucking Play-Doh. And that's just my armchair economist observation here. Point being, I just don't feel... I'm not looking forward to putting my Titan and my Warlock through Iron Banner, especially since I don't feel all that comfortable with them in Crucible to begin with, because it's going to take me some time. It's a learning curve to get used to it. And having my first lobby be really abusively lopsided, asymmetrical. I mean, I don't know what the fuck matchmaking was doing today, but it was definitely not thinking about, it can measure skill and it can measure ability, but it can't measure commitment. It can't measure the human factor. That's the thing it can't measure, because you like, fuck yeah, and you just get in there and you just tear ass, and then other days it's like, oh fuck, and you're just coasting. You have no fucking interest. And I think I think the problem was with this lobby was that I went in with guns blazing and fully intending to win, and I got lobbied with a bunch of people who typically have good win records. There might even be some Lighthouse members there as well, but that ain't what we got. That ain't what we did. And I don't know. If I'm gonna play in an environment that has that much swing in it, as far as variation and inconsistent randomness, I might as well just play Candy fucking Land. I might as well just play Candyland solo, because I mean, literally, the game is determined at the time of shuffling. That's all it is. You have no agency on how to control the cards and manipulate them. It's not like Magic the Gathering, which again is another game where you start the opening game. The early game is determined by shuffling, by the shuffle of your deck and the draw, the first few hands of draw. But once you get past that second hand, you better have some fucking control on what you get, on your library and on your tactics, because if you don't have a board state to speak of by the end of the second turn, you're pretty much giving the game over to your opponent. And in a multiplayer game, you really got to hustle up. I mean, in certain situations like EDH, you might have 3 turns to establish some kind of a board state or establish uh, your territory, as it were, if you're speaking in terms of Go. But it's like, yeah, Destiny is fun. I still have fun playing this game. I love doing these lost sectors. I love doing the little gunsmith calibrations. I mean, playing the game as it was advertised to me back in Destiny 1, first person, shooter looter, power fantasy explorer. Um, you know, having that and having that experience, I mean, PvP wasn't even a thing I did until I had to be drawn into it from an exotic quest, which I think was the Thorn. And this was in a time where I was collecting anything, regardless of how useful it might be to me or not fully realizing what I would find later on to be useful. Like, for instance, I would prefer the Malfeasance over just about any other hand cannon. Is the Malfeasance objectively better than any other hand cannon? No, it is not. I have played the Ace of Spades. I have played the Lumina. I have played the Last Word. I have played the Thorn. Um, and the Malfeasance does for me exactly what I want a hand cannon to do: fuck shit up, barf out bullets, and you know, be a lingering effect. I love abilities that leave a lasting effect or have a secondary effect to them, because then I feel there's a value in using them. Um, Last Word, that's all about just, that's basically a pulse rifle hand cannon. Oh, the Crimson. I like the Crimson. I don't play with it very often. Um, I didn't see much benefit from the Crimson, apart from, it might have been a force multiplier for my already existing resilience. So, what's the whole point of this jabber I'm doing here? Am I going to be playing Iron Banner on my Hunter? Probably not. Uh, Highly unlikely. Am I going to be playing Iron Banner on my Titan or my Warlock? I don't know. I really don't feel like it right now. It just feels like it might be a misuse of my time. Honestly, I really do. I feel it would just be a poor investment in my efforts, and that's kind of the way I treat all games. Is the investment is time, and the reward is satisfaction, and not feeling satisfied. So there we go. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out, and until next time, be well and play nice, or you can swap those around. You'll do a good deed no matter what.